Coming up on the May edition of Rope TV, Brandon goes behind the scenes at ABC Studios.
Hello, I'm Loretta.
Hi there, I'm Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Brandon, I'm Craig. Lovely to meet you.
We meet a music industry legend who's helping people of all ages and abilities to pursue their love of music.
It gets rid of depression, it gets rid of anxiety.
Plus, we're joined in the studio by 12-year-old electric guitar prodigy, Jaybird. This is Rope TV. Hi everyone, and welcome to the May edition of Rope TV. Hi Ashley.
Hi, Kale. Good to see you.
And hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in to the only show that's putting the spotlight on great organisations and projects, while also giving us an opportunity to host and work in the media industry.
If you're watching right now, make sure you comment, even if it's just to say hi, because we love hearing from you. Remember, the more comments and likes, the better.
Absolutely. As always, we've got some great stories and we're going to meet some wonderful people. But first, it's time for the news headlines with our guest, news reader from ABC Radio Brisbane, Loretta Ryan. Hello, Loretta.
Hello, Ashley and Kale. Loretta Ryan here with your news headlines for May 8, 2023. Cheaper power prices will be one of the big cost of living savings handed down at the federal budget. About 5 million Aussies will get $500 off their electricity bill. The $1.5 billion scheme will be rolled out in time to cover bills in the second half of the year. It's just one of the big items expected to be announced by Treasurer Jim Chalmers in the budget, which is being carefully constructed to make sure that it doesn't fuel inflation. An early taste of winter this week, with temperatures plummeting across the country. The mercury fell to 10 degrees in Brisbane and down to 0 on some parts of the Darling Downs, although the wind made it feel colder. The Weather Bureau says the chilly temperatures are because of a lack of rain and cloud cover. You'll need an extra blanket again tonight, but things will warm up again later in the week. Meantime, the cold winds have caused some delays with air travel. The winds in Sydney were so strong, all 3 runways were closed, meaning almost 40 flights were either delayed or cancelled. And that's caused ripple delays at several airports across the country. And the party to celebrate the coronation of King Charles has finished with a massive concert on the lawns of Windsor Castle. More than 20,000 people were entertained by some big names, including Katy Perry, Lionel Richie and 90s boy band Take That, although they're not boys anymore, are they? Even Miss Piggy and Kermit the Frog made an appearance.
What are you doing here? Hi ho there, Hugh. You know, we're looking for our seats. You know, we're in the royal box.
That's what's making news. Now it's back to Ashley and Kale.
Thanks, Loretta. We really appreciate you reading the news for us tonight.
Oh, it was my pleasure, Kale.
Actually, Loretta, would you mind popping in onto our set for a moment?
I can do that. See you in a sec.
While Loretta makes her way here, if you're watching right now, make sure you comment because, like Kale said, we love hearing from you. Remember, the more comments and likes, the better.
Also, make sure you subscribe to Rope TV on YouTube. The link is posted in the chat. Click subscribe and the bell. That way you get notified when a new video goes up.
Hey guys.
Hey Loretta.
How are you?
Good,
Thank you.
Hey Loretta, thanks for joining us on Rope TV set.
I'm so delighted to be here because just having a look at how it's all working, you must love working in the studio.
Yes, we do. So Loretta, A little birdie told me that you have just celebrated 40 years in the radio industry.
I know, 40 years, it's a long time, isn't it? And I can't believe it's really been that long either, because it just seems like yesterday that I started.
Yeah, even just this whole year. This concept.
I know, hasn't it? Yes. Yeah.
So what made you get into radio?
Well, you know, I really didn't know that I wanted to be in radio. I never thought of it as a job, but I was just lucky when I was looking for work that a job was advertised that was in radio, and I didn't really know till I went to the interview, and I started with all the commercials, programming all the commercials in, and then that was way back in 1983.
Wow.
That's amazing.
It really is, isn't it? What do you love about radio the most?
Well, I think it's meeting people like you.
Yeah.
Just meeting people, telling people stories, the immediacy of radio. You know, things are happening then and there, and you're getting out, and you have to tell the listeners about something that's happening.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
Yeah, the news, but mostly it's meeting people and telling people their story. You know, telling other people their stories.
Exactly. Yep.
If you could single out one of the highlights from the past 40 years, what would it be?
Wow, you know, there are so many highlights, so many different people I've met, and those stars, you know, the stars that you love, you see on the TV as you're growing up, and then I never thought I would be maybe working with them or meeting them.
Yeah.
And one day, Boy George opened the radio station. I was at Radio 10, and they closed down the street in Brisbane while he opened up the radio station, so I got to see him close up.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
That's
exciting.
amazing.
That is really exciting. Wow. Nowadays, you're on the radio, breakfast show for ABC Radio.
That's right, I am with Craig Zonca. I better mention his name and give him a plug. So we get up bright and early in the morning and do the breakfast show. And in fact, Brandon from Rope TV came to have a look, and we showed him around. Do you want to have a look?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Each morning, my alarm goes off.
Swing your legs out of bed.
I've usually set another 2 alarms as well.
This is ABC Radio Brisbane.
Good morning this Wednesday. It's breakfast on ABC Radio Brisbane.
Nice looking day ahead, and playing your snooze, you lose in a tick, so hang around. 1300 222 612 is the number to call.
Hello, this is Brandon Johns from Rope TV, and I'm here in beautiful South Bank, Australia. Right on my left is the ABC studio, and I'm going to meet the host of ABC Breakfast Radio.
Hello, I'm Loretta.
Hi there, I'm Brandon.
Hello, Brandon.
Brandon, I'm Craig. Lovely to
Nice
meet
to meet you
you. Yeah, thanks for coming in.
Hi, Peter.
Hey, Pete.
Thanks for having us.
Now, welcome to ABC Radio Brisbane.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and check it out? We'll give you a bit of a tour. Okay,
Great.
Let's do it. Come this way.
Why did you get into radio?
Yeah, I've been in radio for about 20 years. Loretta is about to clock up a major milestone.
40 years.
40 years
I
in
know.
radio.
Yeah, I started straight out of school, Brandon.
Oh,
Yeah.
So this is the control room for ABC TV News. So there's a lot of screens as part of it, as you can see.
cool.
So many. Where do you look?
Yeah, and the director sits in this chair, and then vision switches and everything else, and all the different feeds that they can monitor. The producer sits there, and then behind us is the auto cue operator. So, you know, on a TV camera, you can have a script that comes up for TV news readers, so they control that. And next door, so this is where the news happens each night on ABC TV.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you could hop up there and tell the news.
This is the Rope TV News. I am Brandon, and we'll go through our top stories and the weather as well, as you can see here.
That's really good,
You're a
Brandon.
natural at this.
You
mate.
are. Well done.
Bye.
And here's another one too, Brandon. We might take you around the back and have a look at how the buttons work.
Oh, nice.
There's a lot of buttons.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of gear
Why don't
in
you sit
here.
down?
Oh, thank you.
It can be like when you're broadcasting, driving the Starship Enterprise, you know,
Oh,
with
yeah.
all these buttons in front of you. So on the right-hand side, we have the panel itself and all the faders. So if I hit that one, and that one.
Delicious piece of
They'll all move automatically and even start playing. And then all our phone lines and so on, they come in off this screen.
Cool.
And then we have another screen that we can do some internet browsing on and so on as we're on air. But it all happens pretty quickly, as you can imagine.
It is very exciting. Hey, so what are your 3 favourite moments? Top 3 of them.
Top 3 favourite moments. I think it's always when we go outside and we take the show outside of the studio and we go and broadcast, you know, with a whole lot of people around. And
Speaking of that, who's the most famous person you've interviewed?
gosh, there's been so many, and you forget about it too sometimes, but I was trying to think about this, and there has been the likes of Michael Jackson, Barry Gibb. I always go back to Barry Gibb from the Bee Gees.
Yeah, of course.
I've met people like John Farnham.
But you know what, Brandon? It's really the everyday people that you meet, because everyone's got a story in my mind.
Yeah,
and they're the ones that stay with you probably more so than even the interviews with people who are famous.
Yeah, they're really the show, you know. It's their stories that we want to know about. And
how long have you two been working together on Breakfast?
We've been working together on Breakfast for, what are we up to, 5 years?
5 years, Brandon.
5 years?
Yeah. So I think we know each other by now.
So before we started working together, I never had any grey hair and my beard wasn't grey.
That's not true. What have I done to him?
Guess you rubbed up on him. Since you've been working there, do you have any TV tips for me? What if I ever get a chance to do something like this?
Well, Craig used to do the weather on ABC TV, so he's got a lot of tips. Look at that face.
Oh yeah, makeup. You need good makeup. Well, they need to for me. It's all about being who you are and being natural in front of the camera, because that's what people want to see. They want to see you for who you are. They don't want to see an act, and it's the same on radio. Who we are on air is who we are off air. Yeah, we don't try to be someone that we're not, because you want to be sincere and authentic. So that's number one for me.
But there's a bit of a green screen you have to stand in front of or something, isn't there, for TV?
Oh yeah, for TV weather, you used to stand in front of a green screen and then you'd point over to the side on the map of Queensland. So Cairns was up about here, Gold Coast here, and Perth was a step and a half across.
Oh, cool.
Another smoky day in Sydney, 18 to 26. Mostly sunny in Melbourne and Adelaide. A shower or two for Hobart, and you might see a shower if you're heading to Perth late in the day as well.
Brandon, it's so good you could join us. Thank you very much for coming into the
studios. You are welcome, and thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, we love talking to you. I hope you've enjoyed seeing our studios.
Yeah, I did.
And you'll have to tune in from 5 o'clock on ABC Radio Brisbane.
Cool.
Fantastic.
Thanks, Brandon.
Cheers,
you are welcome.
Thanks for joining us, and also a big thank you to Rope TV. They're in the studio this morning. They've been filming. Thank you, Brandon, and also Jorge behind the camera.
That is Breakfast for this Wednesday on ABC Radio Brisbane. News is next. It's 8 o'clock.
Gosh, that was so interesting.
And that's why I love it. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. Thank you so much for joining us, Loretta. And thank you for taking Brandon behind the scenes at ABC.
Oh, it was really lovely to meet Brandon and great to show him what we do. But thank you for having me here. I've loved it.
That's okay.
Before you go, we have a little gift for you to help you celebrate your 40 years in radio.
Oh, wow. That is so beautiful. Celebrating 40 years and my name, Loretta Ryan, and radio.
Yes,
radio.
it is.
A microphone. Yeah. That's so great. Thank you. I haven't got anything like this.
Oh.
I feel like it's an award.
Yeah, it does.
Well, it is.
It is, yeah. Thank you very much. Great to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Thanks. Please thank Loretta Ryan.
Now, before we move on, we want to talk to you about something.
We're really proud of what Rope TV has become over the past 18 months. A groundbreaking show that's giving people like Kale and I an opportunity to be on TV, while also showcasing some really great people and organisations.
But we can't do it alone. We're looking for a business or company to jump on board and support us.
everyone, and welcome to Rope TV.
From what we understand, there is nothing like this in the disability sector in Australia.
I'm gonna rap what I feel and have it revealed.
Hey, what's going on? It's MC Wheels right here. Awesome to be part of Rope TV.
I think when we say to people we have a Rope TV program, a lot of them get there and imagine that it's one of our support staff or me or whoever sitting there with my iPhone, just filming it and making some very casual thing.
3, 2, 1.
But once we notice when people jump on, they look at previous episodes, the look of amazement and shock in their faces is something really incredible. This is the first time that there's ever been 2 hosts on a program with an intellectual disability, plus our reporting people as well. So this is giving them these amazing opportunities to be able to get there and learn skills that they would never have been able to learn anywhere else.
Welcome to the show.
Team at Rope, give us a beam, I hope it's inspiring, a chance to play a part in society.
It's a good experience.
We have the funds to keep it where it is now, but I would love to see it become even bigger. I would love for us to be able to get there and offer this opportunity to more people with a disability, to not just have 2 or 3 participants, but to have a lot of participants involved. I would love to be able to get there and take on more industry, more business, more celebrity. We need your help. We need businesses, organisations, for Rope TV to become the vehicle that it has the opportunity to be.
If you'd like to support Rope TV, please visit our website or message us directly on our Facebook page.
Coming up soon, we're going to be joined in the studio by Jaybird, a 12-year-old girl who rocks the electric guitar.
Before we see her perform, we thought we should find out how she was discovered.
Jaybird attends Team Musicare, an organisation offering music programs to people of all ages and abilities, including NDIS clients.
Music for me is not just a small part of my life. It seems to be my entire life, and it feels like it's a light in the darkness for a person like me who's autistic. It sort of is a navigation tool, a GPS, and it gives you a way to express yourself and do all these wonderful things without needing verbal language. And I feel that that is what music means to me.
When I first came, I didn't really know what instrument I wanted to play or anything like that. I had to go at the drums, and that sort of worked out okay. And then because of a condition I have with my hands, I can't hold things for too long in a small space, such as holding drumsticks. So then Dean introduced me to the Octopad. The Octopad I use as a drum kit. I would describe myself as a fun-loving bloke. I like to obviously play music.
I met Tiny at the beginning of last year, came over to the studio and wanted to learn how to play some country drum beats. He's using his fingers now, he's not experiencing the pain, but yet he can still play a lot of the rhythms and things like that for the songs that we want to do.
Being creative creates endorphins in your body which will enhance your feelings, which will enhance your creativity, and it gets rid of depression, it gets rid of anxiety. I mean, if you look at music, people sing anthems, they sing hymns, they chant at football games. It's the collective of music and what music and those tones do to the mind.
Dan came in and he's like, oh, I met this young kid called Jaybird and she plays guitar and stuff. And I was like, oh yeah, cool, yeah, we get a couple of them. And then he showed me some of the videos and I was
that was a historical moment.
I was like, how am I supposed to teach this little shredder anything? But we've been able to work together to be able to produce some music. We're also showing Jay a little bit about the production side and talking through.
And we just have fun too.
Yeah, well, that's a big part of it.
If I'm having a not such a good day, then I put on a bit of music, turn on the Octopad, and it just cheers me up.
Music for me is a way to sort of diffuse the clutter in my mind, and music is the communication that breaches all language and culture.
If we don't speak the same language, even if we have communication issues and things like that, one thing that we can all share is music.
Wow, that's a great program.
It is, and they are all so talented.
If you'd like to be involved in Rope TV, or maybe you'd like to show your support and become a sponsor of the show, slide into our DMs or visit our website.
That brings us to the end of the show. Whoa. Make sure you tell us your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like and share this video.
You can also subscribe to Rope TV on YouTube. That way you'll never miss an episode.
Speaking of the next episode, you can RSVP to the June edition of Rope TV right now. The link to the live stream is in the chat. Make sure you click going, not just interested. That way you get a notification when the show goes live.
Now, the moment we've been waiting for. Please welcome Jaybird with Surfing with This Alien.
Rope TV is produced by Rope, a non-profit organisation providing support services to people living with intellectual disabilities. We empower personal development through the provision of information, education and life skills training. Our in-centre and community-based programs educate and encourage participants to develop life skills, including computer skills, social and interpersonal skills, travel and independent living skills. To find out more, visit our website or connect with us on social media. Rope TV is proudly filmed at the studios of Trending Media Australia.